Today's feature garden is a residential food garden in Cape Town, implemented and maintained by Ben Getz of Urban Harvest.
So the client approached us, they wanted a vegetable garden. They're very lucky in having this beautiful big space available. They've got a beautiful garden, beautiful home. And for me, there's always a balance between aesthetic and productivity, because it is a food garden. You obviously want that production, but what I love about this project is there was so much space. I didn't really have to worry about maximizing on production. There was enough space to make nice wide open pathways. There's a great flow through the garden, and the client's very, very involved in cooking. Like, obviously anybody who's growing their own food has a love of food, but this client is amazing in the kitchen, and she wanted her asparagus, and she wanted her lettuces and her broad beans and her artichokes and her globe artichokes and her Jerusalem artichokes. And so we really got to have fun in terms of choosing the varieties, which obviously change through the seasons. That's a given. But if you look at the garden, you'll see obviously we've used natural planting methods. It's all organic. We're using, of course, companion planting, so there's quite a wide variety of produce in the garden at any given time. And the client comes into the garden daily to harvest. We maintain the garden with her, so my team is here twice a month with top-up resources, all organic. We've just started using Rondebosch mulch, which I really love. It looks beautiful, it smells beautiful. It's also a really good food for the soil and for the plants, rich in antioxidants. So as a lovely design effect, we've created the planters are in a staggered form. So you get a very basic amphitheater effect as you walk into the garden. The first beds are low and then they step up, so that at any point in the garden you've got these different heights, and from the house you can always see through to the back of the garden. There's also a lot more access to light, and it just looks beautiful. That fountain is something that's, that beautiful sound, and it's a focal point for the garden. And it's always a joy to see the client enjoying the garden so much, and this is a really successful project. The client's always sending us messages saying, look at my harvest, look what I've just harvested, this is what we've prepared, complimenting our staff and really just enjoying the garden to the maximum.
The COVID pandemic has certainly moved many of us back to our gardening roots, and even encouraged those non-gardeners to become vegetable gardeners to provide for themselves and their families.